Hey guys, it's Krista Tyus here, and in today's video, I really want to talk about how you can actually price your services on value, get paid what you are really worth, and really have maximum return on investment. That's why we are in business. That's why, we sell our services, is because, not only do we want to provide good service to our clients, but we also want to make money. At the end of the day, we want to make the type of money so we can live the lifestyle that we dream of. So I want to give you guys some really good advice that I wish I had several years ago when I started this business on really how to value base your pricing and how to price on value. So, hey guys, I see you guys are popping in. Say hi if you're catching this live. I love to communicate with you while you are watching live. So I'm just going to wave to you guys while you're watching. All right. So when I first got into business, I remember I was contacted by a lady and she said she wanted me to take on her bookkeeping, or she needed bookkeeping help because her prior accountant or bookkeeper, they weren't going to be able to take on or do the service any longer. Okay. Now, when I found out, the scope of the job, I saw that it was accounts payable, it was accounts receivable. I was going to be doing their payroll. I was actually going to be submitting their invoices to their supplier in order for the company to get paid. And I remember thinking like, wow, I'm going to be doing everything for this business. Like I was even going to be paying the bills for the business. So this type of position is really called, full charge bookkeeping, is when you actually take on all of the bookkeeping and accounting functions for a business. And, at the time, because I didn't know anything about value-based pricing, all I knew is to really look to see what the competition was charging. So I asked her, what was your prior bookkeeping charging you for this exact same amount of work? She told me she was charging her $30,000 per year. And like the newbie that I was, eager and desperate to get the client, I said, no worries, I'm going to do it for half that. So I didn't even have a rhyme or reason why I took it on for half. I was probably just desperate. I wanted the client, and $15,000 sounded like, a whole lot of money in comparison to $0. So I ended up taking on this $15,000 per year client, which I think at the time, I think at the time it was like $1,300 a month. You do the math on that. But I ended up taking on this $15,000 per month, per year client, and the prior bookkeeper was actually doing the services for $30,000 per year. So I definitely shot myself in the foot on that one, just because, like I said, I probably was desperate. I wanted the client. It was, one of the first few bookkeeping clients that I had of that magnitude, which I was actually taking on really all aspects of their accounting and bookkeeping. And I kept doing that. Time after time after time, I kept taking on clients. I kept looking at what the prior accountant or the prior CPA or the prior tax professional was charging, and I would just try to beat their price, or I would just try to match their price. And honestly, guys, you guys know my story. You've been following me for some time. I went broke several different times in my life because I didn't have a strategy on pricing. So, despite having hundreds and hundreds of tax clients, despite, having, over 15 plus accounting clients that were making good money. Like these clients were making over $500,000 a year, were making over $1 million per year. And to have built up that type of client base, to put all of my blood, sweat, and tears into marketing my business, only to just shoot myself in the foot because I didn't know how to price my services. So that's the very first thing that I really want to implore you guys, is to really look at your pricing strategy and to really make sure that you aren't leaving money on the table, because if you do, you're going to have a really hard time staying in business, staying profitable, and actually just really being able to give your clients the level of service that they want and that they need. You're going to be so burned out because you're going to be getting clients. Okay, everybody wants a cheap accountant or a cheap bookkeeper. So it's no problem to get clients when your prices are super duper low. But it's really hard to build a sustainable business doing that. It's really hard to scale a business actually pricing your services just based off the competition, or just trying to beat the competition like I was doing. So here's what I learned, and this is what I wish someone would have told me years ago about value-based pricing, is that the bigger the outcome, the more you're going to be able to charge. Okay, so let me give you a few scenarios. So if you were to go to, to McDonald's or to Burger King or any fast food restaurant, most of those employees, and actually McDonald's was my very first job when I was 16. Actually, it was my second job. My first job was Farmer Jack. My second job was McDonald's. But I got hired in the first day I walked in there. I filled out the application, and I think I started work like 2 days later. I didn't have any work experience. I was still in high school. And so because the work doesn't require any high level of skill, they have repeatable processes that you follow, which is a great thing about a franchise, is that you can hire teenagers. So you don't need any specialized knowledge. So you're only able to get paid a certain amount of income. Okay. So this goes for like waiters or waitresses or anybody in the retail. And I've done all of these jobs in my life. Okay. So when the outcome of your service is valued, or when there are a lot of people that can do that exact same job, your payment, your rate of pay is not going to be a lot. Okay. Now, so then you're like, okay, well, Krista, well, how can I still can't charge that much because, and I went to school for accounting, or I have a degree in accounting, or I have experience in bookkeeping, and I still can't charge that amount. And so you still have to look at the available competition. So right now, guys, there are over 1.2 million people that have a PTIN, which is the Prepared Tax Identification Number. So there are 1.2 million people that can prepare taxes, and that's just in the United States. Okay, so in our niche in tax accounting and bookkeeping, it is pretty competitive. If you didn't already notice, it is a very competitive field. And so with that, the pricing goes down because the surplus is too many people in the market, so the demand goes down. So what I want you to hear is you have to think about bigger outcomes for your clients, and you really have to get to the root of what their outcome is. So for instance, that first lady that I took on at $15,000 per month, had I really got in there deep with her and actually really understood why she needed what she needed, what all my services did for her business, how it helped her grow, how it helped her expand, how it helped her actually to make sound management decisions so she can continue growing the business. If I really understood the outcome that I was providing, then I'm able to quantify it. So this is step number one that I would tell you to write down right now, is to really quantify the outcome. What is the outcome? And it has to be a good outcome. Okay, so you just saying that, oh, I'm just going to reconcile your bank statements, they can't quantify that. And that's not enticing enough for them to feel like they need you to provide that service, especially if they feel that your price is astronomical or is out of the market. So when you work towards bigger outcomes for your clients, you're actually able to get paid more money. So for instance, right now, I have a 12-month tax and accounting clients on demand program where I actually help tax accounting professionals, bookkeepers, CPAs get more clients. Okay. The outcome of that program is to get you to $10,000 plus per month. The outcome of that program is to help you build a multiple six-figure business from point A to point Z, giving you everything that you need to be successful in this business. So because I have a huge outcome, and because working with me over a year, you are pretty much guaranteeing yourself a six-figure income, my price is not cheap because my outcome that I'm delivering is of value. So the bigger the outcome that you're able to get for your clients, the more money you will be able to charge. So I want you to sit there and ask yourself, outside of just the after the fact tax preparation, or outside of just the after the fact bookkeeping, what are some big outcomes that your clients want? What do people desire, right? So for instance, I see a lot of you guys selling credit repair, okay? what's the big outcome that someone will want? Obviously, probably buying a home, right? But you got to dig deep. What is that home going to do for them? How can you quantify what that home would do for them? How can you quantify them living in a better school district so their kids can get a better education, so they can be in a safer community, so they can grow old in this home with their family? You have to learn how to quantify the value of these intangible things, of feelings and emotions of people. And then you're actually going to be able to not only attract people your way because they see that you're trying to help them solve a problem or fulfill a desire, but they see clearly what that outcome is. So when people can see clearly that, okay, if I work with Krista, I'm going to be able to get to $10,000 per month, that's an automatic enticement. So you have to do the exact same thing for your clients. It has to be a no-brainer that if I work with Bob, or if I work with, Tom, or Sally, I'm just throwing out some names, guys. If I work with this person, here's the big promise that they're going to help me get to. Okay. And that's how you value your pricing. So let's get a little bit more, let's quantify it a little bit more for you guys. So for instance, if you have a tax client and it's a business owner, and right now, they've just been doing things off the fly. They haven't been keeping track of their finances. They haven't really been, they've been commingling their funds, interchanging their personal expenses with their business expenses, which is a no-no. They've been doing everything wrong. Okay. And because of this, they don't have a clear direction in which their business is going. They don't know how to grow their business. They don't know where the fat is. They don't know, what excess expenses they're incurring by running their business the way that they do. Now, you as the expert, you as the professional, as the value advisor, it's your job to go in there and to see where can I spot opportunities to give value outside of just doing the taxes. Because I see, and this is how I was too, guys, people would just give me their tax work. I'll put it in the system, we'll pop up Crosslinks or Drake or whatever system you use. We'll put it in the system, and we'll do the best we can with any deductions or itemized Schedule A items or what have you. Okay, and then we'll give the client back their tax work. Okay, you're done, $500 or whatever your fee is. But I want you guys to be really looking at the opportunity. This is a live person in front of you, or over the phone or over the computer, and I want you to start spotting how can you be of more service, of more value to these people that's actually going to help them make and save more money? What are some areas that you could benefit? What are some areas that you can help advise them on that's actually going to put you in a higher level of service, a higher level of capacity for them, where they're looking to you as a value advisor? So that's number one. You have to think about the outcome of your service. What is the big outcome? If the outcome is just tax preparation, anybody can do that. Okay, they can do that on TurboTax. If the outcome is just bookkeeping, anybody can do that. They can go to bench.com. They can go to pilot.com, and even QuickBooks now is doing bookkeeping for like $100 per month. So your outcome, it has to be more than just bookkeeping now. It has to be more than just tax preparation. You have to actually go in there and say, based upon what our conversation is, based upon what you told me, this is how much money I'm going to be able to save you. If we do this conversion, or if we do this tax planning, you're missing out on these certain deductions or this strategy. I'm able, just by doing this, we're going to save you $14,000. And every year going forward is going to be another $14,000. And by you not having this done, you've actually been losing $14,000 over the past couple of years. Okay. So now you quantified your value. So now it's a no-brainer for you to charge them $1,500, $2,000, $2,500. Right now, it's an absolute no-brainer for them to do that. So you have to look at what's the value. You have to look at, how can you help them, and genuinely try to see how you can help them. So let's see what you guys are saying. Hey, Jamar, how are you, darling? Justin says, dang, I'm so proud of you. Oh, hey, Justin. Nice seeing you. Hey, Donna. Hey, Zanita. Hey, Lorraine. Hey, Tunera. Hey, guys. Yeah, so what questions do you guys have about like value pricing, about really learning how to position your advisory services? Because like I said, guys, the times are changing, right? And there's so much competition. So you guys are not only competing with one another. Okay, you're competing with one another, but you're also competing against Pilot, against Bench, against the QuickBooks team that actually does bookkeeping now, against TurboTax, and now they have their live EA or live CPA. Okay, there's competition all around you. So in order for you to stand out from the competition, one, you need to know what outcomes you are getting your client. How much money are you going to be able to save them by working with you? How much time are you going to be able to save them by working with you? You have to be able to quantify that in order to start really transitioning into a value priced model. Okay. So what else did I have here? We talked about retail clerks, no specialized skills, and then you have your doctors, right? They bring a lot of value. They save your life, okay? If you go in there with a brain tumor or aneurysm, God forbid, with their years long of training and study, that's value. The value is your life being saved. So there's no amount of money that you probably wouldn't pay to have your life saved. But if you're just serving a dish, people can get that anywhere. So you have to look at the outcome and exactly what is the outcome. And really keep this in mind. The bigger the outcome, the more money you're going to be able to charge. The bigger the outcome, the more money you will be able to charge. And that's where the game changes. When you guys stop thinking about just getting a quick buck and you go for the gold, go for the top stuff. Go for the stuff that nobody wants to do because it's going to be too damn hard to study. It's going to be too damn hard to do. It's going to take too much time. But guess what? There's no competition up here. Because people don't want to put in the time, energy, and work required in order to increase their skill level, in order to increase their value, in order to really understand what the marketplace wants. What are the needs? What are the pains? What are the desires of your particular industry or niche? There's very few people putting in the time, energy, and effort up here playing at this level, right? Everybody just wants to do the taxes or the basic bookkeeping. Everybody just want to make that quick dollar, that quick buck. I just need to get to $5,000 a month. But if you knew how to provide more value, you can get one client at $5,000 per month. If you really knew what the outcome was and how to quantify the outcome. So that's what I want you guys to start shifting your mental, like your paradigm on this, and really start going into like, what are the problems of my niche? What are the problems of this industry? What is the outcome that they want? And then learn that. That's all you have to do. What does your niche want? What do your people want? And then learn how to do that. Become the best at it. Study it day in, day out. Look to the people that have already done it. There are people that have already solved that problem. Look to them. How are they doing it? And then learn the process, find your people, and then charge for it. All right, good stuff, guys. Hey, John. Hey, Amanda. All right, guys, so I just want to hop on. So we hop on every Thursday. So, definitely tune in every Thursdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be going live. And if you guys already haven't, hop on over to YouTube. I have a whole bunch of other content that's not on my Facebook page or vice versa. If you guys aren't on my Facebook, go ahead and hop on over there. And I can support you. And last but not least, if you guys haven't already purchased the pre-sale of the Tax and Accounting Skills Mastery Boot Camp, that the price will be going up tomorrow to $297. So right now it's just $47, and you're actually going to get business tax planning, individual tax planning, financial coaching. You're going to get budget and forecasting and advanced tax preparation. So we're going to go over S Corps and corporations and partnerships and how to do more of those advanced tax returns. And then we're going to go over a slew of other services like bookkeeping. So it's a suite of classes that I've been spending all day and night recording for you guys, making sure that it's some really good content that's going to allow you to increase your skills so you can increase your income. All right, guys, I'll check you later. Have a great rest of the day. Bye.